One more live.
Go ahead, Al. I don't know.
We are live.
Yes, we are live. So thank you guys for all joining us.
And the party is over. We had it 5 minutes ago. Nice knowing you.
Right. See you 2 weeks from now. All right.
See you in 2 weeks.
Bye-bye.
We had a really great discussion.
We did.
Yeah, Sen was just telling us that she really got a lot out of it. And what is that dog doing?
I don't know. We have a problem
I'm sorry.
today.
Mike was looking upside down, staring at us with his teeth showing, and that doesn't happen often.
We have a little discipline problem with Mike today, as he's chewed up my good shoes. Uh-oh. I'll post a video later.
It's already posted.
Oh, can't wait to see that one.
He knew he was in trouble. He knew it.
I don't know if we. I think we're gonna have to check the wall because I know that there are other people who wanted. We wanted to leave it open so people can actually come in and join. Those that are watching, it looks like all of you. Hello, how are you? I know there are a few others that probably messaged us a couple of weeks back, and we haven't had an opportunity to go and find out who that is because our mailbox gets full. And when the mailbox gets full,
if you would check it more often, it wouldn't get so full.
In Facebook, I didn't know there was a limit.
There is?
Apparently there is. I mean, it seemed to have just reached a point where, I mean, it just keeps going down and down, and trying to get back to everybody. We apologize if we have not gotten back to you. It's not that we haven't had the opportunity. We
right.
Just
While I was napping, you could have checked the email.
Whoa. This is the same thing I'm getting this
on the radio show.
He had plenty of time.
She's on a performance improvement plan.
Ooh. Hey, at least she didn't get fired.
Yet.
And it's going to be one of those moments. It's going to be just like on TV, where I'm going to sit across from her, and there'll be another new person sitting next to her, and I'm going to look, and I'm going to do the thing, and just like Donald Trump, you're fired. And then that's it. We'll cut to a commercial, and next week we come back with a new episode with somebody new.
Then it'll be relationship starring.
That's a great episode.
Lee, you got the voice. You could do it right. You could do it like Vince McMahon and say, "You're fired." You're fired.
God, I miss my days of WWF or E. God, it changes so much. I used to watch it religiously.
This is ridiculous.
So I think we had plenty of approval of doing the Trevor build.
I don't think Trevor approves.
Well,
however fun it would be.
Trevor,
we should take him on the Comedy Network and roast him.
Lisa
Lampanelli.
Lisa Lampanelli, and who's the other dude? What's his name? Jeffrey Ross. He's not working, so we might as well grab Jeffrey Ross too. Yeah. I mean, I really won't want to be in the room when he starts to speak. But we really, I think we really did an amazing job tonight of really talking about the conditions.
Yes.
We know that Sandra has a condition that Alan needs to make the coffee.
And I do.
We learned that.
That was one of the most important things that I think we found out. Right. That condition.
Actually, I think it was I have a condition that you make the coffee. I'm just saying. He makes the best coffee ever.
Trevor pointed out Eileen like she was part. Trevor, what was that all about?
Trevor needs coffee, and Eileen understands.
He never makes coffee.
There, so
she doesn't even drink coffee. But she got me this machine. You just put this little tiny thing in there. You drop it in there.
That's Keurig.
Oh, that's useless.
That's useless.
One cup of coffee at a time? What the hell is that?
Oh, it's great. It's nice and strong.
That's all right, Trevor. Give me a punch.
Well, you can do that with a coffee maker and get 12 cups, not one.
Trevor, we're going to go ahead and send you a couple of these cups.
And you can change flavors.
The Keurig is not going to fill this cup.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
Bill.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, he's got zero.
Lee
Right.
Lee bought these huge, I think they're soup mugs. But we use them for coffee mugs.
One whole cup, and I promise you, you can go like this all day.
It's a half a pot of coffee.
All day.
So
People after my own
coffee
heart.
is 2 cups of those. He gets one, I get one, and then we make another.
And then I find another way to get a half a cup at least.
Hey, Lee.
But this is an amazing thing. I think this is a great invention for those people who just cannot stop drinking coffee. As you can see, it's never ending. And yeah, I make good coffee, so it's really, really good.
He makes great coffee, I'm not going to lie. He makes
Lee,
great.
put that cup next to your head.
I am great.
Put it up next to your head so she can see the size of
I don't see how
it. Turn it that way.
Twins.
Look at that. I thought it was as big as his head.
Oh my God.
This is a great way to have your coffee, although I would not recommend
Just put a huge cup.
I would not recommend trying to drive after you drink.
There's Trevor's cup.
Harley Davidson. There you go.
Hey.
Atta
Somebody
bro.
spoiled. You spoil him too much, dog. Eileen, who got him the cup? Oh, did he really put it next to his head?
Yes, he did.
Which really means is that yours is bigger.
Mine has always been bigger.
Oh, dear.
Oh, here we go.
I've always had to live with that.
It's a stereotype.
It's
Oh.
no, there's no stereo. Don't worry, it's in surround sound.
There's Sandra's.
Yeah, see, she's got it too.
A Harley Davidson cup too?
Oh yeah.
Okay, Lee.
So hardcore around here.
I'm like left out of the whole group. I mean, I don't even have a Harley cup.
I'm sorry, you don't have a Harley Davidson.
Neither does Trevor. Trevor has one. Alan?
I used to.
Well, you
I have a line of shirts, though.
He tried to said I used
coulda, shoulda,
to.
woulda.
All right.
I'm
So,
thinking that
Wait.
Mel's got a head start on you because he dreams about Harleys anyway.
And see this thing right above my finger? That's a Harley Davidson shadow box. Yeah,
What purpose is that serving?
A dream. Let him have his damn dream.
You bet. I'll support that.
Really, Sherry?
I'm
Wanna
just
go?
asking.
You want to go? You want?
Yeah, I'm scared. I'm scared. I could take him. I serve time. I'm gonna say,
Hey, girl, all I know is I got to tell you to stand on the yellow line and you're away from me. That's all I know.
I'm just telling you right now, she makes one hell of a shiv. I've seen her in there sharpening knives. I'm telling you, I did not expect the straw to be that sharp, but I tell you, she can make.
there's some ramen noodles together and make a good dinner too. I think I can.
Nothing like ramen, right?
Hell of a dessert. I was like, what the hell? And it was like marshmallowy. It was like,
Good stuff.
yeah, I guess you find all kinds of different things to do
That's right.
when you're.
Got to be creative.
Yes.
Marshmallow ramen? What?
Yeah.
Ramen noodles. She makes one hell of a dessert with ramen.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm amazing. Are you kidding? I was Martha Stewart up in there.
No, you probably met Martha Stewart up in there.
We're gonna be banned from YouTube. You need to stop.
I'm gonna get in trouble.
God. And I'm always the one in trouble.
That recipe.
Yeah, I'll get you the recipe.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you
You
try
might
it.
have to run down to the commissary. But you can get you some.
Hey, Sherry, they call those stores on the outside, hon. Where we're going.
On the outside.
Oh,
Yes.
the store.
He was being on purpose with that.
The store.
Oh, I like that. That picture of Trevor came up
That
really
picture's
nice.
great.
Yes,
Oh
yeah.
my God! Who's
So
that?
Trevor-
Doc Holliday?
It took a snapshot of
We're
Trevor
leaving
holding
we're
the,
leaving
the
that
Harley
as the
Davidson
thumbnail.
glass.
That's
Yes,
the
that is
thumbnail
the
right there.
thumbnail, and it took a picture of Trevor when he was holding the cup up next to his head. That will be the way this would start.
Trevor,
Yes.
that's scary.
Yeah, it is. It scared me too, but I had to do it.
There's nothing scary about it. I promise.
We never worried about scary any other time.
We really don't.
So, like, we talked tonight about conditions of love. And I had a lot of conditions when it first came about. I did.
Okay. You want to share?
Yeah. Stop being an asshole.
I knew that was coming.
Oh, she wasn't talking about me.
Yeah.
She was talking about the rest of them. You know who you are.
I mean,
We see you. we
Oh
know.
my God, Lee!
that was a condition I had.
Just
It was.
Stop being an asshole.
Stop being an asshole, and then we can do something.
Some days it worked well for you. Some days
Some
it
days it
didn't.
didn't. Yeah.
Uh-oh. I don't even want to know what he's up there doing.
I don't either. And Sim's gone too. Sim
No, I'm
has-
here. I'm just getting coffee.
Oh, she's getting
Oh.
coffee. By the way, guys, Sin is in Australia.
Yeah. Sim is one of our Aussies.
She has winter right now,
Yep.
while we have summer.
I believe it's daytime over there too.
It's daytime.
My children are fascinated with that.
Yeah.
It is.
It's
But-
almost lunchtime in the future.
Is she bundled up in the blankie?
She is.
Yeah, that's see my
Actually,
blankie.
she's actually American. She just picked up the accent and ran.
Kind of like
That's
Trevor.
a blankie.
What kind of accent does Trevor have?
Trevor was Australian. He came to America.
Trevor was
That's why.
Australian. He came to America
Yes.
and picked up the
And
accent.
he went to Florida because the alligators were closer.
Gotcha. That's what happened.
Not a southwestern.
Yeah.
Alan called me a mutt today.
We're all mutts.
Mud is
That's
good.
true.
Mutt is good.
Yeah, mutt's not bad.
Mutt's not bad.
Now, America's made up of mutts.
Yeah.
I've got every single bloodline running through me. It's not even funny.
That's
Yeah.
condition.
Got the Amish.
That's condition. And you've got a man who loves you unconditionally.
Yeah. He loves you for all your muttness.
You better love me for all my muttness.
That's
Is
amazing.
muttness a word?
I made it up.
I guess you
It is
did.
now. It's
Woof.
Alan that looks like the mutt right now.
Hey, don't be hating, girl, just because I got hair off.
I'm pissed off because your hair's prettier than mine. That's what I'm pissed off at. I worked hard for this. I'm really upset.
Here's my cup.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
All right, hold on. Let me see. Where's the cup? Oh, we got Trevor's business.
Trevor.
You got a Harley Davidson cup too?
Hell yeah. And it's got a thing on the inside that you can't see here, but I mean, down it's got the. I doubt you can see it.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can.
we can see it.
Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah.
Atta baby. I'm getting all the other shit ahead of time. Then I'll get the bite.
Now, great. Now he's bringing his cups out.
Hey, just as long as it's not the cup.
Yeah.
And when he's really feeling like a hillbilly,
Oh,
Nice
now we
job.
have that here. It's
Great.
good.
I love it.
Oh, yeah.
Mason's
With the detachable lid.
Shouldn't there be some, like, cherries in that jar?
yeah.
No, this is actually for moonshine.
Yeah.
I'm,
Well, yeah.
I'm in
Cherries.
cherries.
Or
Cherries.
Cherries is good.
Oh, maraschino cherries and that. Oh, yeah.
When you come down here for your honeymoon, we'll find some.
we're going to the Virgin Islands.
Oh, well, we'll just have to come over there then.
Not that there will be any versions on
I
that thing.
think so.
I was going to say, what are you going there for?
Actually, You know, we've been
We
looking.
might go to Key West.
We've looked
I
at
doubt
Key West.
Oh, Key West is cool.
Is it?
Yeah.
There's
We've
lots
looked
of
at,
hippies there.
yeah. We've
Yeah,
looked.
you'd fit right in at the Hog's Breath.
What's the Hans graph?
We're looking at. We'll have to find something.
I'm
to do.
afraid. I'm afraid to see what that is. 'Cause that's
On our budget, we may have to go to Iowa.
we're not going to Iowa.
No,
That's just
that's
not
not-
going to happen.
That's not even right.
I would rather go to Kentucky. I
What?
would rather go to Kentucky.
Say hi to Radar.
Kentucky's 2 minutes from here. On our budget, we're going to the flea markets. We're going to take the Metropolis tour. Find all the metropolises all over the United States, and we're going to visit the metropolises.
That sounds great.
I know.
Is that Metropolis?
So, Sid,
I think the first one's in Illinois.
before we go any further, Sen, you said you took some notes. Did you have some questions about the show?
While we're
I'm not sure if I had questions. Let me just see what I wrote.
He sure got comments. No, that's coming.
Yes, yes.
And if
I
you
haven't
don't,
flipped you off yet, so you're all right. I just related to that. I related to that. Alan, was it Alan? Reminded me of the Navy life, like the having to reinvent yourself all the time and not being able to be your honest self. Like, because my dad was in the Navy, so we moved all the time, and I didn't know who I was for a really long time. I think I'm only just starting to come into that of knowing who I am really, and having to put on the facade and a mask to fit in wherever you went. And I wasn't a free spirit. Like, my brother seemed to have no problem. He would be off the day we moved into a new place making friends, and I was the one hiding behind the couch, like stressing out, going, oh God, here we go again. And then later on, that kind of served me to do geographicals, I guess, like run where I wasn't known for a specific purpose that I wasn't known, and then I could be who I pretended to be rather than who I am. And then this twin flame thing, like I never expected in my life to be confronted with my mirror and shown exactly what is wrong inside of me and what is right inside of me. So it's the breaking of conditions and what was the other word again? Conditions and expectations, that's right, of how people should treat you or how you should treat people. And it's kind of scary, but it's really freeing. Like, when you let go of that mentality of and that fear of that ego built, this is how they have to behave so that I understand I'm loved, and I go into actually I'm loved, and doing that inner work of breaking those conditions, it is quite freeing. Like, also I've always had negative mindsets about men showing emotion, because in my family of origin the men were emotionally unavailable. So for me today to hear emotion from a man was beautiful, was absolutely beautiful, because I forget. And I have sons. I can't be in a position in my life where I expect them not to have emotions. I need to understand that they feel things. And that was a really good reminder for me today, that men actually, and I'm not trying to be silly or anything, but I could make a joke about it, because I do that when I get uncomfortable too. But that people feel. It doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter where you are, what you've been through, we all feel the same inside. And understanding that, getting back to the love of self, the freedom that allows. And I'm not good at not putting on conditions, and I'm not good at not having expectations, but I'm on the path of being aware, and I think that's a really good place to be, because if you're aware, there's not much you can do about ignoring it anymore.
No,
And I've had the privilege of talking to Sherry and Lee, and I've had the privilege of talking to Eileen, and in times of crisis and in times of sadness and in times of happiness, and it's good. It's a healing path. Like, I'm really just grateful to be here with all of you.
So proud of her. I can't stand it. I know.
She's
I'm gonna send you another gold star.
She's such a light bulb, isn't
It's
she?
amazing.
Today. We'll just leave it in today, not future, not past.
This moment.
We'll be in the moment of now of light bulb. That's okay.
Raisin!
Yes.
Ray.
Hello, Ray.
Hey.
How are you?
Hanging in there.
How's Frank?
He's doing good.
Awesome.
Well, how's Ray, and where's Ray at now, and where's Ray at in her life right now?
Ray is living in a tent right now.
Okay, because you was at Perkins last time.
I'm in a tent right now.
In Colorado still?
Yeah. That's pretty much it. I'm homeless, living in a tent. I've got Wi-Fi though.
That's a good thing. And
What
I
more
could
than yes.
ask you to come down and stay with us. We're going to be without a place here in about a month and a half. So
Hey, maybe we could pool our resources together.
that's kind of what I'm thinking. Get the Wi-Fi, and we'll do everything else. And we'll figure it out.
You could have a whole community.
I know, right?
We start a twin commune.
Woodstock 2014. Be there.
Dude,
Be there. Be there.
free love, baby.
You know.
Oh, man, I did.
Free love. That's awesome.
Come on.
Ray, send us a message later. Let us know where you're at, and we'll see. I think we'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just let us know how you're doing and stuff.
Yes, please.
We need to know what we're
Oh,
we need
sure.
to know how you're doing. Come on. He is dying to get on Google.
Who?
Ray, that doesn't sound real comfortable.
No, it's not. It's actually pretty stressful. It could be worse though, and I'm rolling with it. I'm not like depressed or upset or anything. I'm just kind of. I just deal with it day to day.
Are you with your son
Yeah, and my cat.
and your cat?
And my cat.
Your cat stays in the tent.
Yep. He's on a leash.
Yeah. And I've actually thought about this. I can't tell you why. It doesn't make any sense to me.
What doesn't make sense?
That you're where you are. It just
Yeah, it doesn't
make
make sense to me either. I don't have a homeless mindset or anything like that.
Exactly.
But that's where I'm at. And it all pretty much started when I met my twin, really. I'm not exactly sure what the universe wants of me. And it seems like every door that I try to open is shut. I've gone to every agency I can go to, and I have gotten zero help. The best I have gotten thus far is that I am now on a wait list, an indefinitely long wait list, for transitional housing. But that's it. And I've talked to people, I've gone places, I've driven places, and nope, every door is shut. I don't, if there's people talking about how there are homeless people or whatnot that are abusing the system, I'm not even sure how that's even possible, because I'm homeless and I can't even get any assistance. It's nuts. I don't know what's wrong with our social system in this country, but if it weren't for the fact that I've got other things on my plate and I'm half tempted to go on a campaign to like reform our system, because this is crazy.
That's what it's about.
Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. I don't feel terribly inclined to start waving a political banner at this point in my life.
Well,
I'm just sorely disappointed in our lack of care.
But at some point, you got to be
I'm sorry,
realistic.
say again?
Know that if you came from somewhere else, you would be well taken care of. And I'll leave it there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't quite hear that. Can you say that again?
I said and I agree with you. Now is probably not the time to raise the political flag, but if you came from somewhere else, you would be taken well care of.
Like here.
Well,
Yeah.
no kidding. I mean, that's the thing that kind of bugs me is, I'm a citizen. I've paid taxes, most of my life, and I can't get any assistance whatsoever. It's crazy. I mean, you'd think everybody seems to think that you can just walk down to like some government building and say, hey, I don't have any money and I don't have a place to live, and they'll say, hey, yeah, we'll give you some money and a place to live. No, they don't. They
No.
don't.
No.
Section 8 housing is suspended in my area because of lack of funding. There's no funding for Section 8 housing. And emergency housing is zero, non-existent. And there's complete and total apathy for homelessness completely. I mean, I've said, look, I've got a kid. There's nothing. Well, you could put your kid in foster care. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, that's not going to work for me. That's not going to work for me. I'm not putting my child in foster care. He's 17. He's going to be 18 this year anyway. And, it's just not. It's not an option I want to explore. It seems kind of silly. So
Are
at the
you
moment, I'm just.
living at all?
No, that's the thing. I mean, I've been looking for work for months. I can't, and even here's the rub. Even if I got a job, it doesn't pay enough. The jobs that are here don't pay cost of living. Cost of living in my area is 40 to 42 grand for me and my son, and
Whoa.
jobs are only offering anywhere from 18 to 25, depending on how lucky you are. That's not cost of living here. You can't pay rent with that amount of money every month. Not in Colorado, anyway.
Colorado.
And yeah, so the only option I've got is, well, it's to keep plugging away, I guess. I really don't know what else I can do. I've got some A plans, some B plans, some C plans, but they all require a significant amount of money to explore. So I'm kind of stuck unless I find some stash of cash.
It sucks because I've been where you are, not maybe quite there. I was living in Ron's truck for a while.
Yeah, I remember. I watched that part of your videos. I did actually. As of 3 weeks ago, I was completely caught up. Frank and I watched them all.
Yeah.
And we were like, yeah, I'm headed for that living in my truck thing. Of course, I'm not living in my truck. I'm living in a tent, but it's pretty, it's pretty dire. But I'm hanging in there, and I just kind of feel like there's got to be a purpose to this somewhere.
How is your connection?
How is my connection? With Frank, you mean? Yeah. It's strained, not the relationship, but because my head's not all over the place, I kind of go in and out of it. It is as far as like, being consciously aware of it on a daily basis. I do, on the other hand, have amazingly detailed dreams that I can't remember, and we're together in those dreams talking about things, working on things. It's like we're really busy on the other side. Working on things, and yet I don't remember any of it when I wake up. I just know that we're busy. That's just a running theme for me. But as far as Frank is concerned, I mean, we still feel each other every day. We still have the connection. All that stuff is just kind of a given for us, or we can almost take it for granted that it's there. But for me, the stress is just it's kind of a roller coaster ride of, okay, what am I doing today? Who do I need to call? What do I need to do? What's my next assignment? What's my to-do list? And for 3 weeks, I've been running that marathon. So the connection is kind of, sometimes I'm thinking about it and sometimes I'm not. If that makes any sense to anybody, I don't know.
What's your background?
I'm in survival mode. I'm sorry, say again?
What's your background? What have you done in the past job-wise?
Well, what I used to do is what I don't want to do anymore, and I used to work in broadcasting. I've been working in broadcasting since the early 90s. Television, news, cable, that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. I also do graphic works and websites, and I'm a tech person as well. I do tech, IT and graphic design and web design stuff. I'm not a master, but yeah, I do that kind of work too.
Okay.
I wanted to do more humanitarian stuff. I wanted to finish my psych degree. I wanted to do my master's and get my psychology degree. That's what I would like to
You're in a
do.
weird spot there, girl.
Huh?
You're in a weird spot there.
I know. I know. But working at broadcasting is like working for the devil, and I just can't do it
Yes,
anymore.
it is.
It was a strain to my soul. So I've walked away from it, but walking away from it means I make less money.
There's got to be some women's organizations, not through the government, but through kind of like private funding, where they might be able to help you. Have you looked into other non-government organizations?
For government organizations, for what specifically? Can you say that again?
Assistance, but non-government. So in other words, because you want to finish your psychology degree and you've got some aspirations, there's a lot of organizations out there that are run by like entrepreneurial women. I wish I could remember the one that was in North Carolina, but there's some where you might be able to make some headway, but it's not connected to the government. They're privately funded.
I am actually exploring some of that. I've been playing phone tag with, I don't know if it's a government agency or not, but it's called the Family Self-Sufficiency Agency or something along those lines. They don't support you exactly, but they give you a place to live while you're getting your degree. But you have to come up with the money to get your degree.
Interesting.
And you have to finish it within 5 years. But I have a lot of questions about that particular program, and I've been playing phone tag for 3 days since last week, basically, with the woman that I need to talk to about that. For some reason, we can't seem to get it together. Whenever she calls, I'm not around. Whenever I call her, she's not answering her phone. So, but yeah, that's one of the nice things about that particular program is that, yeah, I might be able to finish my degree, but the catch is I got to figure out where I'm going to get the money to do it. So again, it just keeps coming back to finances, and I've never been motivated by money, ever. And now all of a sudden, and Frank's exactly the same as I am. For some reason, we are put in a position where we have to care about money, and neither one of us really cares about money. We just want to live our lives.
Yeah.
So now we need like thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars to get where we want to go. And this is not even counting my trip to Scotland or trying to do immigration. So, yeah,
Okay, there's something to try. Have you ever heard of fundme.com?
Yeah, I have. I've been there. I've looked at it. I'm considering it. I feel a little awkward about it.
Well, I recently saw one where a young girl had put on, help me go to college, and she raised like $1,500. I don't know how much you need, but
to get a master's, you need thousands. I mean, that's not $1,500 doesn't pay for a semester. That would pay for like like a third or something.
Right,
it's not much.
Things that have been funded in the thousands, 20, 30, 60,000, 100,000. So it's worth a try.
Yeah, I'm looking into that. For some reason, I haven't been able to pull the trigger on a GoFundMe site because I have a variety of ideas on if I were to do that, what I would actually try to fund. Am I going to fund school? Am I going to fund my immigration money? Am I going to fund, moving expenses? What am I funding? What would be the best possible thing for me to do if I do that is my big question. So I've been kind of in that, I need to think about this mode before I actually pull the trigger on it. So I've been sitting on my ass because I don't know what to do. I don't know what would benefit me the most at this point. I just want to get the hell out of here, really. It's the perfect opportunity for me to just leave because I'm not bound to a lease. I'm not bound to a job. It would be lovely if I could just go to school in Scotland instead, but that requires an amazing amount of money as well.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
Well, school is cheaper there, but the
Yeah,
problem
get there.
is getting there. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, and I find that amazing because, you know, we have people coming across the border all the time illegally, and you try to do stuff the right way and you get punished. I don't get it.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't get it.
I just want to do things legally, you know, and I mean the UK's got the same kind of issues we do, except they're much more strict on immigration than we are. Uh, so, you know, all I want to do is just legally get to where I want to go, and I can't seem to do that, you know, at least not easily. And, not that I expected it to be easy, but
what is Frank's part in this, Ray?
Frank's trying to start a business. We both got our own plans at this point. He's trying to start, and I can't technically help him do his business because I can't work for him while he's in the UK legally. So, you know, it's a kind of a gray area even to volunteer my time because I don't want either of us to get in trouble with immigration. But
What?
he's trying to start a new business.
What?
What? Did you have a question?
Yeah, I'm like, what? Really? I mean, we have people coming across the border all the time here doing stuff, and you're having problems doing things legally when you're trying to do stuff legally and it can't happen?
Yeah.
I think she's talking about where he's from.
Yeah, I know where he's from, but I mean, that is just ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I completely agree.
It's insane.
I mean, so
Coming across the border, they're doing stuff that our own veterans can't.
You don't want me to start talking about the system.
No, me.
Well,
hey, I'm living the system. I could rant about it for hours.
yeah, absolutely. But I mean, it's insane what is going on in this country.
It's not just our
I
country; it's
don't know
around
if
the world.
I don't know.
It's
I don't
all
know
country.
if you even narrow it down and just point at the country. You need to look at humanity.
That's
Yep.
exactly what I was thinking too, Lee. It's not just you know centered on the United States. I mean, around the world, people are closing their borders and making it harder to freedom of movement in the world has been drastically reduced over the last 20 years.
Yes.
And all because we want to be safe. We want to be safe, and yet we take away other people's freedom so we can remain safe. Something.
It's also like a catch-22 thing. Like people that have come and done the wrong thing have set up the standard for people who are trying to do the right thing. So the laws come down harder to make it difficult for people to make sure that they are coming to do the right thing. But the hoops and bells and whistles that they make you blow and do all these tasks and things that and inactivities, like you can come on this visa but you can't stay, or you can't work, or you can't be here for longer than 90 days without going out and coming back and renewing it and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. That's
Like,
exactly what I faced.
I think that's a direct result of people coming in and doing things illegally,
Yep,
and then not
it
leaving
is.
and disappearing in the middle, because it happened here. It happens here too.
It's all based on fear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think, I mean, you know, the European Union has basic human rights, and in there, I don't know, it's not called a constitution, but I forget what the document's actually called, but in there, there's a freedom of movement, right to life type clause in there that's interesting because the UK goes out of its way to violate that in a variety of ways. So, I mean, if you're in the European Union and you're a citizen there, yeah, the UK has to grin and bear it, and they allow you to come into their country, but they're trying to break away from the EU in order to prevent that, because they don't want immigrants anymore on their island. But it makes it harder for me because I'm not even in an EU state.
Well, get ready. It's going to be coming here the way they're going, so you'll get to live it.
You just have this deep feeling for being human. Sometimes we take it to an extreme it doesn't never need to go.
No.
And until something actually happens to the collapse of what's supposed to happen with the thing that rules us all, which is money and those who have it, we continue to suffer. We continue to keep each other from going to where we need to be, whether it be this part of the world or the next.
Mm-hmm.
And it really just doesn't make any human sense.
Well, no, it doesn't make any human sense because it has been torn away from humanity and it has been made about a voter base. That's what it's been made about.
I think it's worse than that. It's not about a voter base anymore. It's about the rich, namely corporations, who basically buy the elections and buy the bills and buy the laws
Right.
of most of the Western countries. It has nothing to do with democracy anymore. We have an illusion of democracy that, it doesn't matter what party you vote for. It doesn't matter. It has nothing to do with that anymore. Those people are puppets now.
Yeah.
They cater to the richest of the rich.
Yep.
They don't, they're not. We're not the constituency anymore. The corporations are.
And even further than that, that really ties into our radio show tonight, the conditions that you have on love. This is probably one of the worst conditions there can be. The outside world ruling the inside world.
Mm-hmm.
And the choices you get to make in your universe when you decide that you want to move and be what's love to you, and move and want to be someplace that's peace for you. We don't get it yet.
Right.
We don't get it, and I don't think that there'll ever be a point where we realize that we only have now to change it. Our Earth is letting us know that this is the wrong choice.
I think it's going to change.
It's shifting in the way that it has the seasons. It's shifting in the way that we experience nature. It's shifting everything based on these human things that we keep creating and destroying the planet with. And
Well,
that's
because
nothing.
the energies are imbalanced. It's because there's too much masculine energy. There's not enough of the feminine.
Mm-hmm. No,
That's
true.
my opinion.
Whoa, Todd. I'm gonna call this on that one. I'm gonna call that one on. Wait.
I'm not saying that in a negative fashion. I'm saying that it's been a patriarchy in the sense of the nurturing side, and not that the masculine doesn't have the nurturing side, but it's more natural in the woman to bring that rather than the logic. And I'm happy to be told to be quiet and mute me if you have to.
No, Sid, we're not going to mute you, but we are going to ask you what's.
We're not going to mute you like we do in boot camp.
I think that's a really good point. And I believe, and I could be wrong, but I think it takes a combination of the masculine will and the feminine grace.
The balance, yeah.
It can happen. I don't believe that.
But do we get the feeling as...
And I don't think that male can do it by himself, because the male can't create stuff by himself.
Because we stupid.
Effect, and she can't will stuff to have any effect without him.
Do we get the feeling, though?
Brings up a very valid point. I mean, we look at, in our union, we had a discussion with Trevor not too long ago where he was talking about how Sherry creates it and I will it. And the way that it blends and flows is such pure energy that it changes everything, that it changes the people's lives that we come into. And that's the purpose. The purpose is that it can't be done one without the other. It's not even It's not even that one is out of balance. It's just that the creation or the truth of what creates life
combines
is not
both,
balance of what needs to happen that could be willed through to what would heal our planet, heal our energy as humanity, because we ignore the creative energy.
Exactly. And you know what? We've tried to ignore the creative energy for many, many years. And we can't do it without her. We have to have Sherry even with her sneezes.
You found a way to dig at you.
She just created a whole civilization of things with that sneeze.
Well, I kind of get the. I've had a theory for a while now about, you know, because what I know about, or what I thought I knew about twins, seemed to be, you know, it's a very rare thing for twins to get together. But as I'm finding out, it seems to be that at this time in history, in the planet's history, there seems to be a greater number of twin flames meeting, which makes us, at least for me anyway, makes me ask some questions as to why at this point in history are so many twin flames meeting. And the only thing I can come up with is that the Earth is saying, look, we need to raise the energy of this planet through love. And only by bringing twins together do we get that rise in vibrational energy. And my problems, and also Sherry's problems and other people's, or other twins having their problems, is just a pushback, an energy pushback from the planet, from other, or I shouldn't say the planet, but from other sources on the planet that don't wish to see the vibrational energy raise. So there's like this balance of power that's happening between what needs to happen, the new paradigm that needs to exist, that we need to move into, versus the old paradigm that's fighting to keep its place in the world.
Ray,
That's my theory.
I think I shared this with the other couples in the very beginning when we first contacted each other. This twins start coming together to raise the vibration. What they're doing is they are absorbing the negative vibration, and they exude it outward in a positive direction. During times of peril and upheaval, this is when this happens, and it's been throughout history. It's to raise the vibration. The vibration is coming up with people that have a great deal of knowledge, but the knowledge is, there has to be this balance, and it's almost like a spider web across the world. You're going to see more and more twins, and you're going to see them as a collective working together to raise the vibration and recycle that energy. Does that make sense?
No, absolutely. I'm 100% with you on that. Yeah.
The only thing I would add to that, Sandra, which is you were spot on. The thing that you want to pay attention to is the truth about what negative energy is versus what positive energy is. If you are in this union to exhibit and to produce true love, true energy, you don't know what the difference between positive and negative. You just ignore the negative, because what can be seen as negative can always have a positive to it. It doesn't spark anything without it.
That's spot on. That's spot on, because if you want to look at a battery, a car battery, you have positive and negative.
Yeah.
It's still a battery. It's varying degrees of the same thing.
Yes.
And as you move that from the negative slowly towards the positive, you may not see a visible change, but it's happening. But it's all part of the same thing. We're probably in that polarity right now. We're probably somewhere in the kind of dislike stage. But it will move to, it seems okay, to it'll move to, you know, things are getting a little bit better. And we'll see a change. Most of us will still be here long enough to see the polarity shifting towards a positive. Now, there's a way to do that, but it's too long of a discussion. You know, it's something we can talk about later. But we don't have to, even though contrast were assigned to it, we don't have to have it all right now on the negative.
Both
of you, Steve. Eileen's next.
What?
Trevor, the belief system that we carry as a human doesn't allow us to see the difference between positive and negative, and we've struggled for such a very long time. One of the biggest struggles is sometimes when you're trying to give a message or you're trying to show love, you do so with negative energy, but you don't realize that you're trying to spark something on the other side. once it's sparked and once that life comes to fruition, that's what created the heartbeat in the first place. We're all walking around thinking we've got these intelligent minds, but we're all, at the end of the day, just that one thing, a heartbeat. It doesn't matter what country you live in. It doesn't matter whether you have a $1 million home or you're homeless. At the end of the day, you're a heartbeat. And we don't pay attention enough to that because that's where the positive has always resided.
You know, I think I have to agree with that. That, you know, in part of what you're talking about, if you're just a heartbeat, is actually being able to find the positive in that heartbeat, having gratitude for what is there, which creates more positive. It slowly moves you up the scale. I believe that's really correct.
Well, we thank you. We weren't trying to be right or wrong. We were just trying to be positive.
Well, it just felt.
I have something to say. I have something.
Nice, man.
Want to say something? Eileen, you may take your glasses off.
You swear, she looks like the sheriff standing next to you like, yeah. I was waiting for her to just chime in right behind you.
Taking my hat back, too.
I'm just going to say she sports them way better than you.
Yeah, yeah. Eileen, hot.
Hit it.
You ran with it, girl. You ran with it. We're so proud of you.
No, we are always proud of Eileen.
Yes. Ray, we would like for you to reach out to us. You do have a soul family here who would be more than happy to help you any way that we can.
Certainly. I guess I have a problem asking for help.
Yeah. Does your family know what's going on?
Yeah, they know. And they did send me some money. But that's it so far. And but money's really not. I mean, money of course is a problem, but what I really need right now is a roof. A roof in a job, or simply just a roof at the moment. And then, you know, it'd be a lot easier to find work or be able to go to work if I had a roof, as opposed to a tent.
Well, I can tell you right now, the 6 of us are going to definitely make sure we send energy to give you just that.
Yes.
Yes.
Count on it. It's gonna. We can see
much
it.
Appreciated. Much appreciated.
Well, we got to bring you and Frank together because, you know, family.
Well, we'd certainly love it. It's been Frank is just beside himself with worry for me. He feels absolutely helpless. Like there's nothing he can do.
I've talked to Frank, and Frank has such. He's you. It's interesting. I don't even know. I think that the time that we actually got to spend talking, I really didn't know the difference between the both of you. So it was amazing just to have the opportunity to talk to you both at the same time.
Well, you mean the accent didn't give it away?
No, actually, because your accent kicked in when you were on with it.
Yeah, that happens to us. I pick up his accent when we're talking together.
It happens to all of us. Sometimes even Sandra talks like this.
And even sometimes Trevor talks like Eileen. He gets it in there. And we all share. You all. I think the most amazing part of this union is we get to share the characteristics of the other.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
Tell me, is that not the truth?
We get
Absolutely the truth.
dang headaches too.
Mm-hmm.
You got that right, bro.
We were talking about the characteristics, not the other stuff.
Sometimes when Eileen talks, though, I can see Trevor saying it, but not the way Trevor would say it. She says it more eloquently.
Well,
I thought he was gone.
He's leaving.
I thought he was gone.
You're in trouble, man.
Is that just hand, or did he do something else?
I'm always getting in trouble. I'm always getting in trouble messing with Trevor. He's like the older brother I didn't have. Oh, shit.
Oh my God, not so close. Back up.
Right.
So, thank you all for coming and joining us tonight. I know
Yeah.
we had way too much fun in this discussion, but I think we really hit home with, I believe, what we all feel is the most important part of why this union and our soul family even came together, because we knew what we were supposed to do.
Yes,
We knew that there was a purpose to this. We knew that we were several different parts of the same machine that needed to do what it has to bring.
How amazing is it that 3 twin flame all together in one place, just
The energy.
oh,
Throw out the entire internet.
oh,
I've never, you know what? We both talk about this, even, when we're not in front of anybody, when we get our alone time. We talk about the energy that is felt when the 6 of us, and then we're joined with other twins that come in. The energy is something that we feel long even, it just almost stays with us. It's almost like it's another connection piece, and does a really great part for the awakening that we want to bring into this world.
It's like spiritual medicine.
Oh.
I could use a little of that.
Yeah, me too.
I was thinking
That should be the title for our next show. Spiritual medicine.
That's what it is.
Yeah, because I would tell you, I was one of those guys that walked around and said, I'm spiritual, I'm not religious or any of those other things, but then when you asked me what spiritual was, I had no clue.
Well, I'm clueless most of the time anyway, so there you go.
And then I realized when I, had to go through what I went through, I realized the truth about what truly was spiritual. And
Hey,
spiritual is always that lesson you're going through. Even what you're going through, Ray, even what we went through last year, even what Eileen and Trevor have gone through, even what Alan and Sandra are going through, it all seems to go back to one particular place of created space to heal. Because there is great pain involved. So the healing is always going to be a part of the lesson that the pain, the spiritual teacher, is there to show.
right.
I'm just saying.
Trevor, you had a question?
Oh, Trevor has a question.
I think
it's long overdue. I was going to mention Daryl, but it doesn't really.
Oh my God, he did not go there.
Okay, Trevor.
Okay, this must be an inside joke that I don't know anything about.
I can't take it. I'm going down. I'm going down.
The next thing I was
Come on now.
This is the big.
Damn you, Trevor!
This is the big one.
Damn you!
You're better than that, brother. Now, don't be going there.
Hey, that's a position of strength because you can hide and act like you're Daryl and then you can do whatever you want. I ain't dumb.
Oh my God.
Oh, so
I'm cousin it, man.
cousin it. Cousin it.
He certainly is.
Oh shit!
I thought I had a lot of hair.
I did want to say to Ray that Ray, I understand where you're at. It's kind of a funny position. I did before Eileen and I got together. I spent some time with the only thing that I had was my motorcycle and a few clothes and a tent. And I worked my way across the United States camping on the way here. And I realized that what I had for a home was going to belong to somebody else, and all my possessions were basically gone. And yet I knew that when I came out the other side that everything was going to rectify, and in fact it was going to be better than it was before I got in there. So I just wanted Ray to know that I really, truly understand. And I know that the spot that you're in one way is liberating. In another point, it still has a little bit of insecurity in it. But I have no doubt, I can't foresee your answer, and usually I can see what's going on, and in your case, I can't. However, I believe that it's going to work out to the very positive in the long run, and I don't think that it's going to be a real major suffering thing. I really believe that it's going to be one of those, I get some of the things that I needed while I'm in this spot. And I'm pretty sure you're looking for those things. I can tell that.
Well, I certainly look for the positive in every day. There's not, I don't, like I said, I don't sit around and cry about my position. I'm not dwelling on, the negative or the depression of being in my position. I pretty much look for the lessons or the positive aspects of every day as opposed to the negative ones, because really, if I sat around and did that and focused on the negative, I would never get anywhere.
Yeah,
so,
I believe that you're doing that, and I think that I don't know how, but I really think that's contributing to a far better outcome than what you would have had if you weren't in this situation at the moment. I don't know how to explain that, but it just, something in me says that out of this is going to come a lot of good.
I agree.
I agree too.
And the only thing I will add to what Trevor is saying is the most powerful thing you can do is surrender to what you are, what you're going through, and what's bringing anything to you in this moment. Once you surrender and stop resisting, everything else changes. And what you lose may be everything, and you gain nothing. Nothing is so much more vast than you can imagine.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being with us. We love you to death. All
Guys,
Harley Davidson messed up as y'all are. And the gang signs have got to stop, or the women have to create one.
How do you do that?
I don't know, because it's a hot mess. It's a hot mess. It's a bromance that's ridiculously out of control.
everybody else. That's right. We got it going on.
We already decided that Trevor is Captain Kirk, Alan is Dr. McCoy, and I'm not Spock.
You guys see how out of hand this bromance is?
No.
Damn it, Janet. I'm just a radio guy.
No, I'm the ensign that keeps walking down that dark hallway.
Not Lieutenant O'Hara.
I'm not gonna say it.
I have no fear of that.
I have become that person that goes on every show and dies.
That would be me. I'm great with that. Actually, I think that should happen to me every episode. We
Okay.
should start doing.
Sherry, don't take him up on it.
Me.
The only fear I have of death is that it's going to be the end of this illusion.
Right.
You're having so much fun now.
Yes,
He
I
hasn't
am.
even begun to have fun. The wedding hasn't happened yet.
October 3rd.
Yeah, somebody changed the date.
We'll be there.
You'll be there?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. They'll
And
be there.
they'll be there?
we're shooting you.
Yeah, we're gonna hitchhike our way there. We'll be
You know
there.
what? We're going to be there. We'll
All right,
be there.
we'll be there.
You tell them. You reach
I
over.
will. Thank you.
That's
We
spring
love you
here.
guys.
We love you
Sin,
guys.
we love you. And no,
Bye,
we'll be talking
Sin.
to you soon.
Bye, Ray.
Love you guys.
Thanks a lot
Bye,
for watching.
Sid.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye, everybody.
Beautiful people.
Ray, keep in touch, please.
Yes, please.
Yeah, please let us know what's going on with you, Ray.
too.
Don't be shy.
I think
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.